Will the clerk please call the roll?
Bridges. Buckner. Coleman. Cook. Coram. Danielson.
Good morning.
Donovan. Finberg. Fields. Gardner. Janal. Gonzalez. Hanson. Heisey. Holbert. Hawkes Lewis. Kirkmeyer. Colker. Lee. Liston. Lundeen. Moreno. Pedersen.
Here.
Piola. Rankin. Rodriguez. Scott. Simpson. Smallwood. Sonnenberg. Sonnenberg. Story. Winter. Woodward. Zenzinger. Mr. President.
Here. The morning roll call is 35 present, 0 absent, and 0 excused. We have a quorum. Would the good senator from Alamosa please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Good morning, colleagues. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Buckner.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the reading of the Journal of Wednesday, April 28, 2021 be dispensed with and that the journal be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes having the motion is adopted. Senate Services.
April 29th, correctly engrossed, SJR 19, correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bills 11, 94, 98, 103, 126, 189, 244, correctly re-revised, House Bills 1051, 1055, 1090, 1099, 1143, 1160, 1223, correctly enrolled, Senate Bills 13 and 167.
Committee reports.
April 28th, Committee on Education, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1133 be referred to the committee, hold favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. April 28th, Committee on Education, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1087 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. April 28th, Committee on Education, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1067 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation. April 28th, Committee on Finance, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bills 154 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. April 28th, Committee on Finance, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1227 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation placed on consent calendar. April 28th, Committee on Finance, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bill 200 be referred favorably to the Committee Appropriations. April 28th, Committee on Finance, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1100 be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation placed on the consent calendar. April 28th, Mr. President, the Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology has had in consideration, has had a hearing on the following appointment, recommends the appointment be placed in consent calendar and confirmed. Member of the Uninsured Employer Board for a term expiring September 1st, 2023, Shelley Phillips Dodge, J.D. of Fort Lupton, Colorado, serves as an attorney who represents injured workers reappointed. April 28th, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1235 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation. April 28th, Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bill 197 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation. April 28th, Committee on Agriculture and Natural Resources, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: Senate Bill 237 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee to hold favorable recommendation. April 28th, Committee on Agricultural and Natural Resources, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following: House Bill 1180 be amended as follows: so amended be referred to the committee with appropriations with favorable recommendation.
Introduction of bills.
Senate Bill 251 by Senators Winter and Moreno and Representatives Gray and Caraveo concerning a loan from the General Fund to the Division of Family and Medical Leave Insurance for the purposes of implementing the state's paid family and medical leave program.
Finance.
House Bill 1071 by Representative Kennedy and Senators Svenberg and Winter concerning the use of ranked choice voting in nonpartisan elections in connection therewith making an appropriation.
State Veterans and Military Affairs. General orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar, Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to note Senator Smallwood, and I'll take the fine, is making an amazing rubber band ball over there. But I move that the Senate resolve itself, Committee of the Whole, for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills, consent calendar.
The good senator from Arapahoe County will be fined $2 for referring to the good senator. You have heard the order. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself to committee of the whole for consideration. General order, second reading of bills, consent calendar. Senator Bridges will take the chair.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed. Will the clerk please read the title of the bill on the general order, second reading bills, consent calendar?
House Bill 1241 by Representative Daughtry and Lynch and Senators Rodriguez and Piola concerning modification to the Employee Ownership Loan Program.
Majority Leader Fenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move for the adoption of all of the bills on the consent calendar, which includes House Bill 1241.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of the bill on the general order, second reading of bills, consent calendar. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? Ayes have it. That bill is adopted by consent. Majority Leader Fenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has had a bill under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report has had in consideration the following attached bills being the second reading thereof and makes the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1241 passed on second reading in order to revise and place on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is for the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 0 excused, the committee of the whole report is adopted. House Bill 1241 passed on second reading, order revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. General order, second reading of bills. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate resolve itself to committee of the whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself to the committee of the whole for consideration of general order, second reading of bills, and Senator Bridges will take the chair.
The committee will come to order and the court rule is relaxed for all staff, reporters, sergeants. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1103 layover until tomorrow, April 30th.
Motion before the committee is to lay over House Bill 1130. All those in favor say aye.
1103.
Sorry, 1103. Wrong number. To lay over House Bill 1103 to tomorrow. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no? Ayes have it. That bill will be laid over. Will the clerk please read the title to House Bill 1167?
House Bill 1167 by Representative Duran and Will and Senators Gonzalez and Scott concerning retainage and construction contracts governing improvements to private real property.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We move House Bill 1167 on second reading and ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1167. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. That bill is adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
The motion before the committee is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it. The committee will rise and report.
The Senate will come to order. Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a bill under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report? Two bills.
Mr. President, your committee of the whole begs leave to report has had in consideration the following attached bills being the second reading thereof makes the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1167 passed on second reading in order to revise and place on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1103 laid over until April 30th and retaining its place on the calendar.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the adoption of the report.
Motion is for the adoption of the committee of the whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 0 excused, the committee of the whole report is adopted. House Bill 1167 passed on second reading, word revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1103 laid over until 4:30, and retaining its place on the calendar. Consideration of governor's appointments consent calendar. Will the clerk please read all of the appointments listed on the consent calendar?
Members of the State Board of Human Services for terms expiring March 1st, 2025, Risa Chavez of Rifle, Colorado, serve as a public member appointed. Michael Ronald Dave of Denver, Colorado, serve as a public member appointed. Lindsay Lee Reeves of Pueblo, Colorado, serve as a public member and family member of a person with a disability appointed. Desta Meclete Channel of Denver, Colorado, serve as a public member reappointed.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the confirmation of all the appointments listed on the consent calendar, which includes members of the State Board of Human Services.
Is there any discussion? The motion is the confirmation of all the appointments listed on the consent calendar. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 0 excused, all of those appointments are confirmed. Signing of bills.
April 30th, the President signed Senate Bill 67, 93, 99, 153, 179, 192, 195.
Announcements. Senator Hansen.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of Senate Appropriations, we will be meeting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We will have 25 bills under consideration. We are going to be picking up the pace in Senate Appropriations, so see everyone at LSBB, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Senator Janal.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Local Government will meet in 15 minutes, and we will hear one bill. Thanks.
Senator Moreno.
Thank you, Mr. President. On the calendar, colleagues, you will see that the Long Bill Conference Committee is scheduled for 2 p.m. It will be held at 2:30 p.m. instead. Again, 2:30 p.m. Long Bill Conference Committee.
Senator Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just wanted to inform the public and the Judiciary Committee that we are not meeting today. Thank you.
Senator Zenzinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, tomorrow is Decision Day. So this is when our post-secondary graduates or our current K-12 graduates make a decision about where they're going to attend for college or university. And in honor of Decision Day, we are asking that people wear their college gear tomorrow for your favorite college, university, military branch, or apprenticeship program tomorrow in celebration of Decision Day. Secondly, the Senate Education Committee will be meeting this afternoon. The order of bills may change, but I want to let you know what they are. It's House Bill 1010, House Bill 1173, House Bill 1059, House Bill 1006, and House Bill 1217. Thank you.
Senator Winter.
Thank you, Mr. President. Transportation and Energy will be meeting 15 minutes upon adjournment. We have one bill, SB 246.
Senator Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request that the Conference Committee on Senate Bill 77 be given permission to go beyond the scope of the differences between the two houses.
Members, the motion before the body is to grant permission for the conferees on the first conference committee on Senate Bill 77 to go beyond the scope of the differences between the two chambers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and permission is granted. Senator Smallwood.
Good morning, Mr. President. I request to be excused on Wednesday, May 5th, and I want to be on the record that it has absolutely nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo.
The good senator from Douglas County will be marked excused for Wednesday, the 5th. Senator Woodward.
Thank you, Mr. President. After consulting with the Majority Leader, Minority Leader, and President, I would like to be marked excused on Monday, May 3rd.
The good senator from Loveland will be marked excused for 5/3/21. Having no further announcements, on behalf of the good senator and I from Alamosa, we just want to notify you all members that you should have received, today is Southern Colorado Day, you should have received in both the majority offices and the minority offices some chips and salsa, and also this important Save the Legislative Barbecue Day and information regarding the Colorado State Fair, so we hope you'll enjoy. Mr. Majority Leader.
No other announcements? Thank you, Mr. President. We do have some bills to read across. I move the Senate recess until 11 a.m. today.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted, and the Senate will stand in recess until 1100 hours today.